You will never amount to anything. We shall see, brother.
Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? This is Zen from Zen World, and I hope you're having a great day. So we are doing a rundown for a book called Spawn Kills Everybody, right? And a lot of you might be like, Spawn kills everyone. It kind of sounds similar to the Kill Everyone books from like Marvel Comics and things like that, right? Like Wolverine kills everyone, Deadpool kills everyone. And this seems to take place in an alternate reality, right? And the reason why I say alternate reality is because Comic-Cons and things like that are real, but this person who seems to think he's Spawn, right, or is Spawn, is kind of like this little chibi version of Spawn, right? And the book starts off with him killing a whole bunch of people, right? What seems like superheroes and things of that nature. So, but we see him we go into the then, right? And we see him on the toilet, right? This little chibi version of Spawn reading a Spawn comic book. And he starts to talk about movie announcements and things of that nature and wanting to go to a Comic-Con in order to make sure that his, future marketing is prevalent for him, right? In terms of like movies, premieres, his character, things of that nature, right? So, he starts to do all these poses, right? To kind of let himself and us know that he is the quote unquote Spawn, right? But again, he's this chibi version. And he goes to this Comic-Con where, like any Comic-Con, there are many different individuals who are dressed up through the process of cosplay, right? Like Spider-Man, we see Ryu, Wolverine, Luke Cage, a whole bunch of different people, right? But the thing is, again, this character is Spawn, right? Within this universe, he is Spawn, but he's like a chibi, funny version, like a character, just like a cartoon version of him, of sorts, right? And as he's going through, right, he starts to skip the lines, and all of these people who are dressed up as superheroes, he sees them as those people, or even movie variations of them, right? So there's this big guy who's dressed up as the Hulk, and he's like, what? I can't believe that. It's like, he's like, the Hulk? This can't be. I thought you were just a computer generated thing, right? Kind of referencing and giving nudge to the movies itself, right? And then he wraps him up, and the Hulk is like, I can't breathe. And then he basically kills him, right? And next he sees this guy dressed up as Deadpool, right? And they're talking, and in his Spawn voice, he's like, hey, nice color scheme on the costume. Reminds me of another beautiful design, namely mine, right? And, he makes fun of him, and he says, like, unfortunately, Ryan Gosling. And we know this is funny because it's Deadpool is not Ryan Gosling, right? But he says that because of the name Ryan, right? We know it's Ryan Reynolds, but he says Ryan Gosling. And Spawn just like shoots him, right? He unloads these guns on him, right? And he makes a little joke. He said, there goes your sequel, Ryan, because now you're dead in a pool of blood, right? Kind of making fun of Deadpool, right? It's funny, and then he starts to laugh. And then we get these whole bunch of other cosplayers just real weapons are not allowed, because remember, this chibi Spawn is really killing people who are dressed up as superheroes. But it's funny because he sees like a Yoda and a Darth Vader, and apparently this Darth Vader has a real lightsaber, because they're going against this Spawn, and this Yoda says like, Vader, help. And then it kind of looks like Spawn does this acrobatic move and then does like a backflip, and then the Vader cuts off the head of the Yoda, right? So there goes the cosplay Yoda, right? And then Spawn does something, and he's like shooting the Darth Vader cosplayer, and he kills him. That's next. And then they go into another point where he goes up the stairs, right? And security is coming after this little Spawn. and he kind of blasts them away and shoots them down the stairs, right, as they're tumbling down. Then he sees this cosplayer as Iron Man, right, on the red carpet, right, and he's trying to like get him out of his way because he wants to make it to the upstairs where he could really just advertise his upcoming movie or who he is as a person. And it's really funny, right? So then he gets there and he goes against Iron Man, right? This cosplayer as Iron Man. And it's funny because none of these people are actually like those actual characters, but this Spawn believes them to be in some way, right? So he goes against him, and then he basically like opens up the armor and sees this guy in there, right? And then he's like, wait, you're not Robert Downey Jr. And then the guy in the suit is like, wait, I know that. And then Spawn is like, I don't like being tricked. And then he starts like wailing on him with the shotgun. And then we get these two guys, right? We get Red Skull and we get this guy cosplaying as Donald Trump. And Spawn is like, He said, something seems pretty wrong about this picture. I know what to do. He literally like swaps their head. Like he decapitates both of them and puts Red Skull's head on Trump's body, and then Trump's body on Red Skull's body. He's like, that seems more accurate, right? Kind of nodding at some kind of, kind of inner development, but I'm not going to get into politics right now, right? And he also sees this guy who is dressed up as Venom, and one of the things he eventually does is he farts in his face and closes the mask, right? So that the guy who's posing as Venom is like enveloped in it, right? He also sees like Walking Dead people, and then he's just like, he's like, don't panic, guys, I'm gonna take care of this, because he sees zombies and walkers, right? And he's just wailing his gun at them, right? So he basically like kills all these people. One of the things is that this Spawn seems to have some kind of power, so we're kind of led to believe that this is a version of Spawn within this universe of cosplayers, but he does hold some kind of capabilities, because we do see him do some necroplasm based blast, and he does a necroplasm based fart to the Venom before, right? And the cosplayers, at least. And then as he's going, right, he makes it to the stage, right, and he hears everyone in the audience clapping. And lo and behold, they're not actually clapping for him, they're clapping for Todd McFarlane, who is the creator of Spawn himself, right? And he's like, I can't believe, he's like, because he thought they were clapping for him. And then Todd McFarlane is like, isn't this little guy cute? And he's like, stop it, all of you. He said, I'm not cute. And this is not a suit, because they believe it's a suit. So then he takes off his mask, and we see Spawn's kind of mutilated and burned face, right? And then Todd McFarlane's like, oh, he has another mask. That's so cool, basically, right? And Spawn is getting, this chibi version is getting, so he's pissed, right? He can't really believe that this is all going down. So then he takes out this gun and he starts shooting. He's like, he definitely kills like all these people, right? And before the book is done, right, we get these last couple of words. He said, I really, and I mean really, really like being me. Every day, every second, right? And his belly's out and everything, and he's standing on top of Todd McFarlane, right? And it's pretty cool because then you hear like the revolution of awesomeness, and then it ends the book. So this is just a quick, fun little book of an alternate version of Spawn in a different universe, right? A chibi version who goes to a Comic-Con, and he does literally kill everyone, but the everyone is basically cosplayers who go against him, right? It's a fun little book. I know there is a number 2, I believe. So let me know if you're interested in seeing this version of Spawn killing everyone, right? And how it develops, right? I'm not even too sure what it goes into next, right? Because it's it's basically this Spawn killing. He already killed everyone, so I'm eager to see what actually happens in the next one. Right, this book came out, I think, in 2016. It's a pretty good book. But anyway, this is Zen from Zen World saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you enjoy my content, drop me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you want to see me do the next video, definitely drop some comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you all later. Peace, everyone.